Lamar Jackson, Rob, another sensational performance. 15 for 23, 212 yards, over 9 yards per attempt, 97.7 QBR, 134.4 rating, and 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. I mean, the dude is just, he continues to just devastate opposition. And our own Shannon Sharp, our buddy from Undisputed, he went on the air today, and here's what he said.
Skip, he's making it look easy. I think the thing is now, I think it's a foregone conclusion. He's going to be the MVP. The only question that I have is, will it be unanimous? We've never seen a guy, he'd lead the league in touchdown passes. Skip, he's 5th in the NFL in rushing. He's the quarterback. We've never seen anything like this. We've never seen a guy that can run like this. Like I said, Michael Vick can run like this. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument right now, they're equal. Skip, Michael Vick finished that season when he rushed for over 1,000 yards and broke the record. He threw 20 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson has 33 with 2 games to go. He's on pace to go over 1,200 rush yards, which is absurd. He's going to finish somewhere between 35, 38 touchdowns. With that body of work, he's number 1 in QBR. Skip, he and Tom Brady are the only guys to throw 5 touchdowns 3 times with 0 interceptions in a season. He did that.
You know, Rob, I'm with Shannon on this. Obviously, we both talked about it a month ago. I thought Russell Wilson was the MVP. A couple of weeks ago, I thought Russell Wilson was still in the race. It's over. Barring him going out and throwing 4 interceptions in each of the next 2 games.
Nope, he's the MVP.
He is the MVP.
I don't even think that's even a question about him being the MVP.
No,
I really
barring
don't.
just some ridiculous tragedy in his play over the next 2 weeks, he's the MVP. And I agree with, Shannon didn't, I don't think he said it. I think he will be MVP or unanimous. Because who else, how can you justify? I want to hear you, if you don't agree, who in the world can you justify voting for other than Lamar Jackson?
It was Skip who said he should be unanimous. Okay, so not Shannon, but Skip.
And only one player, right? Tom Brady in 2010 has been unanimous. That's correct, Rob G, right?
Yeah, because there were also always, as you know, Chris, when you put voters out there and they take a look at it, that's why most of the time it's not unanimous, because people watch somebody closer. They'll look at, and I'm not saying when you just look at the numbers straight ahead, but last year, how did anybody not vote for Patrick Mahomes unanimous? He threw 50 touchdowns, his first full season, all the records he broke and everything he did. He didn't get every vote. So I think it's very hard to be unanimous. I don't think he'll be unanimous. There'll be some Russell Westbrook people. There'll be Russell Wilson people. Probably, depending on where they finish. What if they win their last 2 games and Baltimore loses their last 2 games? And I'm not saying that the losses in the game will make the difference, but I'm saying I think there's a chance that 1, 2, or 3 people will not vote for him.
So
so I believe that he's going to win hands down and lopsided. He's going to win. I'm not debating that at all. I'm just saying I'm not sure it's unanimous. Because last year, if anybody should have been unanimous, it should have been Patrick Mahomes.
Well, last year, Drew Brees. I know he faded toward the end of the season, but he still had a higher passer rating than Mahomes and everybody else in the league.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson.
He still had 32 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Mahomes had 12 interceptions. Like, you could make a case for Brees. Russell Wilson, 35 TDs, 7 interceptions last year. You could make a case for them.
So Russell Wilson.
I don't know who else you can make a case for.
What has he done to totally be eliminated from? What has he done? He hasn't done anything. All they do is keep winning.
No. Yeah, but Russell, it's not what Wilson hasn't done, although he's had a few mediocre games.
But that's not
it's what Jackson has done.
But that's not how it always works. And you know, when it comes to voting and people, it's to get.
So your argument is not that he shouldn't be.
Is that he won't be?
Do you think he should be unanimous?
Is that he won't be?
No, do you think he should be unanimous?
I think I would vote for him, but I'm telling you, there's going to be 2 or 3 votes that do not vote for him.
So you're just saying out of like my man, our good friend Gary Washburn voted for Carmelo Anthony one year when everybody else voted for LeBron.
It happens.
Just like some writers in the baseball don't vote for somebody to make the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
You're just saying, you're not saying he doesn't deserve it. Does he deserve to be unanimous? I'm asking you that.
I think he would get my vote. I can't vote for other people, and that's my point.
I can.
I
mean, seriously, we all watch the same games. We all judge.
It doesn't work like that. That's why
it does.
No,
work
it
like
doesn't.
That.
No, it doesn't.
There is no way anyone else should get a vote for MVP.
Chris, you can't say that. The
Why
last
not?
2 games haven't been played. What if he throws 8 touchdowns? Or what if they lose? What if something happens and Russell Westbrook?
What if somebody
hold
throws 8
on.
touchdowns?
What if Wilson wins the NFC West and there's a great game at the end and he throws 8 touchdowns or whatever it is, a shootout, and they win the division? You can't sit here and say, how is anybody else going to get a vote? We haven't seen the entire season.
Well,
I think you're premature.
Okay, I'm talking
way
about
premature.
It like right now. I'm
no,
talking about it like
the
right
season's
now.
not over. I'm
talking
telling
about
you.
it like right now. And I said before,
there's meaningful football games left.
I said at the start of this conversation, barring, if he goes out and throws 4 interceptions in each of the next 2 games, yeah, of course everything changes. I am saying right now, you're right. I mean, anything could happen. I don't know what could happen, barring what I just said, that he wouldn't win MVP. But sure, there are things that could happen that would keep him from being unanimous. I'm saying right now, if everything continues, there's nothing over the next 2 weeks that blows us away one way or another. Everybody keeps playing the way they're playing. Wilson, Mahomes, Breeze, Prescott, Lamar, all of them. There's no way anyone else should get a vote.
They might look at it and say, look at the division that Russell Wilson's playing in, the toughest in football, and what he's doing, and take a look at Lamar's playing in a weaker AFC, North? What do they call it? AFC North division. And I'm just saying, you might say what Russell Wilson did against that division with those teams might say that he's more of an MVP to somebody, Chris. He wouldn't get. They wouldn't get my.
Wrong.
Okay, but he wouldn't.
They would be wrong.
Yeah, but
I'm here to say it. Look, because you can't poo-poo Lamar Jackson's schedule.
Nobody's poo-pooing it.
They beating San Francisco. They beating the Rams. Hold on, because you can't put anybody's schedule up against this and say Jackson's wasn't good enough.
But he's faced more.
New England,
but he's faced
Seattle. I mean, come on.
But the division that Russell.
Forget the division.
No, I'm not going to forget
it. Good teams.
Look at all the good teams in that division. I'm talking about in
Pittsburgh twice.
Would you? The NFC has three teams with double-digit wins, Chris. You got to go through that. What do you mean who? San Francisco.
He's beating them.
No, but I'm talking about
who else?
I'm talking about Russell Wilson. You're not paying attention.
He's beating them.
You're off on something. I am making sense. All I'm telling you is, and we can make a gentleman's bet for nothing. I'm telling you, there's a chance he won't be unanimous. Not that he won't win.
That's
I'm telling
not my
you,
argument. A writer
I'm
can
saying
do whatever
he's
the heck
win.
they want.
I've seen writers, and I know how it goes.
Unanimous. I'm saying he should be unanimous. Now you're right. A writer can do whatever the heck they want.
It's their
But I'm
vote.
saying I don't know how you look at anybody else and say they were more valuable than Lamar Jackson.
How did they look at Hank Aaron and not vote for him or Babe Ruth? I could go through the list of people.
Baseball
Jordan.
has a history.
Michael Jordan wasn't unanimous. How was Michael Jordan never unanimous?
Because Magic Johnson was always doing damage too. Larry Bird was always doing damage too. There were other guys, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler. And I'm not saying Jordan never deserved it, but who else?
That's my point.
Close?
That's my point.
Who else is close?
All I'm going to tell you is you're going to be in for a rude awakening when the award.
Oh, yeah, really? Like my life is banking on him being unanimous? I couldn't care less. I'm just telling you he should be unanimous. Now, you're right. A writer might go rogue and do whatever the heck they want. My point is he should be.
A guy covering Seattle who watches Russell Wilson every day could be like, man, where would this team be without him? And he can make that vote. I'm just saying that's what happens a lot of times. When you watch people much more than other people, you have an appreciation for their game and what they're doing.
But sometimes you see the warts, too. I know in covering the NBA, the more I've seen players, I've seen a lot of warts that you don't see when you just see the highlights or watch them on the big national games and things like that, too. So we'll see. What do you guys think? 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Should Lamar Jackson be the NFL's unanimous MVP? We will continue the conversation with you next.
All right, Bob in Naples, Florida. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got, Bob?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Happy holidays. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Chris, I am not disagreeing with your point or your angle. I just more agree with Rob's assessment. Boy, nothing gets fans tuned in like a cat fight between you two.
Hey, that's how we do it. You know it,
That's
Bob.
right. It's the Odd Couple.
You guys are almost essentially arguing the same point coming from a different angle, almost. But thanks for taking my call. Happy holidays,
You
fellas.
too, Bob.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
What about Scott in Milwaukee? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, Scott.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen.
How are
What's
you?
happening?
I'm good. I think the first thing is to squash everything, you need 2 awards. Most valuable player, most outstanding player. Because up here in Wisconsin, and you won't believe it, I am not a Packer fan, never have been. But if you took Aaron Rodgers off of the Packers, Russell Wilson off of Seattle, both teams would probably struggle to get 3 to 4 wins. Even though they got some talented pieces, that quarterback is everything to them. And hey, I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan. My son picked him in fantasy football, and he looks like a hero right now.
So
I think Rob, you voted, for postseason awards and regular season awards and things like that. I know in the NBA, and it's probably true in the other sports as well, and I'm a voter, the different people look at the award differently.
Yep.
It is termed that most valuable. And some look at it as most valuable to their team. I think most of us look at it as the most outstanding player.
Right.
But for those that do, that's one reason you get different votes. It's not like, Rob, they don't give you criteria.
No.
When you're a voter.
No,
they don't say, these are the criteria. You just do what you want.
Right. It's your vote, and you are supposed to interpret what it is that you believe to make someone the most valuable. Let's squeeze in a couple more real quick. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Lamar Jackson should be the unanimous MVP, but he won't be the unanimous MVP because we've got 2 or 3 haters out there still lurking, just like there were 200 or 300 haters out there lurking before the year started. But it's unquestionable. He is absolutely rewriting the rule book, and we have to all of this, condescension or people talking about will it last. All right, this is transcendent what we're seeing, and I think people just need to recognize the same way that we do with these other quarterbacks, the Tom Brady's, Aaron Rodgers, nobody questions their durability, okay? And equal to his MVP, Ozzie Newsome, John Harbaugh, and Greg Roman, who they need to re-sign after this season, also deserve recognition for going against the grain and doing the right thing instead of the status quo thing.
All right, Andre, good call. Mark in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What you got?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How are you, Mark?
What's happening?
Pretty good. You guys sound more agitated than I did a couple of days ago. real quick, it's not going to happen. I remember when Shaq just ran through the league and Fred Hickman used the same analogy you just did, Chris, to vote for Allen Iverson. So it's just not going to happen. Somebody's going to see value in another player through their eyes and what they see, and they're going to vote that way. Not to say that he shouldn't be, but that's what's going to happen when it comes to voting.
That's what I think. Thank you.
Well, no,
not that he shouldn't be.
You guys might be more likely than what I'm saying, but it has happened. Again, Tom Brady in 2010, Steph Curry, a few years ago in the NBA. I don't know if it's happened in baseball. Is it as uncommon in baseball? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's uncommon. Unanimous is pretty hard.
Yeah.
I would have to really do research to even come up with it. I can't, off the top of my head, give you one.
Hey, it's the Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob. And we want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. You can listen to us on the radio, and now you can watch us as well, and it's fun.
No question about it. And remember, oh, yeah!